What up, what up, what up? This is Mike the Philosopher here with another one. This one is the rankings for somebody's son. All right. These are the rankings for the ladies. Now, these rankings are only for Josh and for James. Okay. This is not including Chad's. I want to see him on the next episode, and then I'll do a ranking on his ladies. And I'll do a ranking on all the ladies then. But I want to see his episode next, and then I'll go into him. But this is excluding Chad and his women. All right. This is only Josh, and this is only James. All right. Now, these are the rankings for the ladies as far as wifey rankings. This is not about beauty. This is not about popularity. This is not about who mama likes the most. None of that. This is a male perspective on who I would draft as a wife first. Okay? A lot of things are going to be taken into consideration. The looks, the personality, the maintenance, the how well she gets along with my mother. You know, there's going to be a lot of things taken into consideration, her career. So without further ado, I'm going to go bottom to top like I always do. And here we go. At number 6, the woman I would take last is, and this is no disrespect, the ladies are all great ladies, okay? I will say you can't really go wrong with any of them, but the lady I would choose at number 6 is Chambrielle. All right, now the reason I would choose Chambrielle last is because I'm not that attracted to her, to be honest. I'd be interested to see how she looks with the hair hat that she is wearing without it. I would like to see her without that. She got a little, chocolatey sex appeal. Don't get me wrong, but she's a little thick. You know what I mean? And her maintenance, her maintenance really buried her. If I'm being honest, her maintenance was like over 2,000. It's like, what? For you? Like, I guess it makes sense, but no, you a liability. Now, if she makes her own money and she pays for it herself, that's all fine and dandy. But I think a guy would not stay attracted to her long enough to want the marriage if they got married. It's not to say that she can't find a guy suitable for her. She can. But I think Josh is just, he takes me as the type of guy who's going to have wandering eyes a little bit. So he's not going to be able to stay dedicated to her for too long. I mean, she may get along with the mother. As a matter of fact, after Josh picked his woman, Chambrielle may still be cool with the mama, with Uma. She may still be, they seem like best friends. You know what I mean? But too high maintenance, not attractive enough. Nice chick, don't get me wrong. But she's more suited to be a friend to the mama than she is a wife to Josh. I'm just saying. So I got Chambrielle at number 6. At number 5 is, and this is going to shock you. This is going to shock you. Alicia. Alicia takes me as the woman who really, she's a beautiful chick. Okay. I can't take that from her. She is a very attractive chick. All right. Shout out to Alicia for that. I like her personality too, but what I think is going to happen is she's going to end up costing more money than she should. She's going to contribute less than what she should. She is going to be the type that I think is going to be more on daddy mode. And what I mean by that is she's going to be looking at her man to be her daddy, to take care of her, pay all her bills, pay her maintenance, pay her rent, pay this, that, and the third. She get to be the pretty princess. And I don't know what her house skills look like. I don't take her as some kind of domestic goddess. I don't know if she could cook. I don't know if she could clean. I don't even know if she want to do that, cook and clean stuff. I think she wants to look cute, pretty, and perch up on her princess throne and not contribute much. And I think if she has kids, the looks gonna knock down. Once she start having kids, her looks, I don't know if her body is gonna recover the way that it is now. I don't think it's gonna have much snapback. And then you got, 2 or 3 liabilities to take care of. I'm not saying that I wouldn't want to wake up to her face every morning. I would. Okay, beautiful chick. This is the wifey rankings. This is the who would I want to wake up to every morning rankings, right? But with her, I don't. A lot of women can be kind of deceptive in what they're going to contribute to the relationship. And I think that she is one of those women who is probably not going to contribute that much. She might look good on your arm. She might be good to look at. She might even be, firecracker in the bedroom. Who knows? But that's probably where it begins and ends. And all of the heavy lifting, the financials and the this, that, and the third, that's going to be on the man. And she's going to probably still want to work, and she's going to probably try to keep all her money while you paying all the bills. Okay? She's a princess, and princesses don't make for good wives because they are liabilities. They're children. I mean, I'm just being real. Okay? So shocking as it is, Alicia, one of the baddest on this show, make no mistake, but I don't think that she is wife ready or wife material. I think she is fun time. What can I get away with? What man can I scam? What sucker can I lure in with my beauty to finance my entire life? That's what I'm getting from Alicia. I don't think the mother is really vibing with her that much too, because the mother know this type of woman, and the mother is like, I don't really like this chick. I'm not surprised that that's who he chose, because he's a man and all he see is beauty, but he ain't seeing the substance. I think that's what his mother thinking, right? So, and she's right. I think that Alicia is a cool chick, nice to hang with, but when you are asking for wifey stuff, I don't know if she got the tools for that, for real. And plus, as far as James is concerned, she's not necessarily religious, so I don't know how that is going to play in his cipher. I mean, he put God first, so, and it don't look like Alicia do that. So I just think that it will be more work to take care of her than I think she will add to the marriage or the relationship. I got Alicia at number 5. At number 4 is Brevon. All right, listen. I think Brevon is a wonderful chick. I think she'll make an excellent wife. But for James, this is going to sound a little cruel, but work with me. This is a male perspective. I don't think she's attractive enough. And I don't think she is I just don't think he would be attracted to her. I don't think she's flirty enough. I don't think she has the lure of seduction enough. You know what I mean? However, I think Brevon will show up as a wife in other categories. Cooking, cleaning, going to church with James, being a good wife. I think it'll be a situation where James will get in that relationship and be like, I don't know if I'm feeling this. And Brevon will be the good wife doing everything right, doing everything she can right. But I don't think James will feel the pull, the allure of the woman. Like Brevon and Alicia couldn't be more opposite, in my opinion, right? Alicia has all of that. The allure, the you know, the sexiness, the feminine wiles, the seduction, okay? But she ain't got none of the wifey skills. Brevon, on the other hand, got all of the wifey skills. I think she can cook and clean, and you know, like I said, she'll do everything right. She's a self-starter. She has her own business. She's getting more properties. But she just don't have that allure that men are looking for. He will get bored of her. He will get tired of her. He will be unattracted to her. He will find his eyes wandering, looking for some seduction. He might even step out on her. And she will be upset and wondering what's going wrong. I'm doing everything right. I see the whole story. Okay, I've lived all of this stuff already. So I just don't think that I think Brevon is a really good woman, nice chick, good intentions. She says she speaketh, so she try to manifest things, but if I would give her some advice, it will be to get your flirtiness and your seduction up a little bit. You know what I mean? Because we're not seeing much as far as attraction with you. We're just not. So I got Brevon at number 4. All right, now top 3. At number 3 is Lexi. All right. Lexi, I put it this way. If Lexi didn't have kids, she would be number 1. She has everything that you would want in another chick, except she got other kids. I mean, as far as I could see, right? I like mostly everything about Lexi. I think she's a pretty balanced young lady. I think she's she's attractive. I could see her having the sexiness and the seduction for her man. I sort of like her Hillary Banks look, you know what I mean? I just think that, well, she did get a little messy with telling Tamaris some things. I thought she got a little messy with that. I don't know if that was a strategic move. If it was a strategic move, it kind of makes sense because you want to win the guy, and you give beef to them too, and it makes your chances better. So I can't hate on the move. It was a strategic move, but I just think that she has a lot of the tools. She's not high maintenance. She don't spend all this money on herself, and I think she was one of the lowest ones in the pack. She took her makeup off. She still looked good. You know what I mean? She felt a little vulnerable, but she still looked okay, and she looked how I expected. It was probably the biggest transformation, if I'm being honest, with her having makeup and her not having makeup. With her not having makeup, you could really tell, but she was still nice looking. You know what I mean? And I like her personality. She stays very mellow. She don't get too riled up about much of anything. I like her temperament. Okay, and like I said, if she didn't have kids, she probably would be number one. But she does, and that's the main thing that knocked her down to number three. But I think Lexi is a really good woman, but you just have to deal with the kids. That's the only thing. And she's a package, and sometimes getting along with the kids is a whole nother thing. Now, what if you don't get along with the kids? Now that's going to cause an issue with you and her. And you got to deal with the baby daddies too. You don't know what the situation is with the baby daddies, or what kind of relationship, or do I got to worry about these dudes coming by every week, picking up the kids, looking in my face, and giving me the wink, like, yeah, I know what you got. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot that comes with her. I think her personality makes up for all of that, but it still dropped her. Having the kids still dropped her to number three. But overall, pretty dope chick. So I give Lexi number three. All right, we're getting down to the wire now. At number two is Tamaris. All right. Tamaris, I really like this chick. I'm attracted to her too. I think she's real cute. I think she has the look. She has the demeanor. She has wifey written all over her. And I do dig her conflict resolution. All right. So when she went to Josh and she explained how she was feeling, she was still touching on him, explaining things to him. And that showed me a level of maturity, even though she, dropped the ball a little earlier by listening to Lexi too much. But I can't be too upset with that. But, she didn't even greet him. And that tells me she could still be a little cold, but how she handled it really brung her back up. How she handled it, how she conflict resoluted with Josh. Like I said, grabbed his arm, then grabbed his shoulder, gave him the physical touch, let him know that you're there, you still care, you're just wondering what's going on. How she handled it got her back up in the rankings. But you do still kind of wonder, like, I don't think her budget was too high either. Her maintenance budget was too high. But I like her personality too. She's a little more reserved, but very likable. It's not much else to say about Tamaris, but I think she's a like, I put it this way: if he walked away with Tamaris, I wouldn't be surprised at all. Like, I wouldn't be surprised at all. I think she's a dope chick, and that's why she's number two. And at number one is Sabrinae. And the reason I think Sabrinae is probably the number one draft pick of all these ladies is because she has a healthy balance of everything. She has a little bit of seductiveness in her, with the strawberries, even though she didn't go in for the full kiss. But she has a little bit of that in her, flirtiness. She has natural beauty. She does. I mean, I wouldn't say she's the most attractive, but she's up there. She's not getting blown out by no woman, including Alicia. She gets along with the mother. She gets along with James. She don't have no kids. She did pretty good at some of the competitions. There's not much not to like about her. I don't think she has a big maintenance bill. It's just, I don't know about her domestic skills as far as her cooking and cleaning and all that other stuff. I imagine it's up there, but she's not too high, not too low on anything. And that stability is pretty much wife material, to be honest. It is really wife material. If I roll over and I see Sabrina every morning, I'm a happy man, for real. Cause I know I ain't gonna get a whole lot of attitude. I ain't gonna get a whole lot of maintenance and bills that she's gonna pile up. I ain't gonna get a whole lot of arguing, or she gonna get along with my mother. She got a decent career. I could see her being a mother of my kids, for real. And I see her being more wifey material than the other ladies. She had patience too. She did want to go on a date with James. I'm sorry, Josh. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, it was James. She did want to go on a date with James, but she just held tight, held it close, and best for last. That's what James said. Save the best for last. So that's why I think that out of these 6 women, I think Sabrina for me is at the top. I know that's probably gonna ruffle some feathers with a lot of people. Put it in the comments what y'all rankings would be if you were one of these guys, or if you had a chance at all 6 of them. Like I said, I'm gonna do Chad next week when his women get back in the mix. But for right now, at number 1 I got Sabrina. At 2 I got Tamaris. At 3 I got Lexi. At 4 I got Brevon. 5 I got Alicia. And 6 I got Brielle. Let me know what y'all think. How would y'all rank these ladies? Put it in the comments. I really would like to know. Hit the like, share, and subscribe. And I will catch you in the next one. Peace.